The morning of April 14th, 1935, was no different from any other day on the Great Plains. The sun rose timidly behind clouds of thin dust, and the wind howled through the dry grasses. On a small ranch near Dallerton, Texas, Jack Cooper watched the horizon, squinting as if trying to break through the pervasive brown fog. Jack had already lost a lot. Half his fields were dry and cracked, the wells had run dry, and only a few thin cows, their bones barely visible, remained of his herd. Yet he held on to a stubborn hope, plowing the land every morning as if rain would fall at any moment. That day, as his wife, Mary, prepared the simple lunch, Jack noticed something strange. The western horizon, instead of being darkened by its usual haze, was swallowing the sky with a thick black wall. It wasn't just dust, it was a monster, moving at breakneck speed, roaring with the wind, devouring earth and sky. Mary, the children, to the basement. Now! Jack screamed at the top of his lungs. Mary rushed out, carrying their infant son, Sam, while little Lily clutched Jack's collar, her eyes wide with terror. The wind was already slapping against the walls, and dust was seeping in from every crack and crevice. By the time Jack closed the wooden basement door behind them, the storm was overhead. A deep darkness had descended, not like night, but deeper, heavier, as if the earth itself had breathed its last. In the damp basement, the children clung to their mother. The dust was seeping in even here, coating their faces with a thin layer of dirt. Jack sat by the door, pressing his ear to it, listening to the terrifying creaking and howling. Everything was shaking above their heads. The house, the trees, even the ground seemed to breathe dust. Endless hours passed. Jack told stories to the children so they wouldn't hear the screaming wind. He told of green days, of the rain playing on the rooftops, of wheat fields that danced to the wind, never escaping. When the storm finally abated, Jack slowly opened the cellar door. A strange world greeted them. No color, no contours. Only thick layers of dust covered everything, so that the house barely stood still. Mary put a hand to her mouth, her eyes welling with tears, not just from sadness, but from the bitter sense that something profound had been lost forever. Yet, amidst this devastation, Jack lifted his little daughter to his shoulders and said, "As long as we're together, we'll start again." The little family moved on, leaving tiny footprints in a desert of dust, defying the wind and declaring to the world that, no matter how much a person collapses, they know how to rise again.